Good afternoon, everyone. Joe Da Silva from the High Rise Concept, and more importantly, the Action Suite. What is the Action Suite? It's where the talking stops and the doing gets done. It's where you leave with the knowledge, the know-how, and the ability to implement stuff right away. It's not one of those where you go to a workshop all day long and take copious amount of notes and in the end not really know what to do with them. At the Action Suite, we give you all the tools in order to get doing right away. Today I want to talk to you about something that was a podcast of mine 3 weeks ago. And the podcast was entitled 3 Ways or Ways You're Screwing Up Your Meeting. And I gave you 3 ways that you may be screwing up your meeting. I want to talk to you about one, the first one, which is really quite important, and it will set the tone right away for your meeting and how it's going to end up. Now, that particular one is doing your homework. Now, when I started in business way back when, even the days before Google and internet, yes, there were days before Google and internet, believe it or not, you could come into someone brand spanking new and as part of the introduction and part of the bonding and rapport say, well, Bill, thanks very much for letting me in. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself and your company? You can't do that anymore because Bill expects you that you've done your homework. He expects you to the very, very minimum at least Google him or his company and find out a little bit about the company and what they do. Now, a lot of people also say, well, people like to talk about their company. They like to talk about what they do. And I'll get to that in a minute, because here's what Bill's thinking. We all have that little guy inside of our head that talks to us all day long. A lot of people think I just have a little red guy on my left shoulder that talks in my ear all day long, but that's a different story for a different day. And this little guy inside of Bill's head is going, as soon as you say, can you tell me something about your company and what you do, is, how dare you come into a meeting that we've scheduled and you're not prepared? Do you think that little of me, that you really don't care to look me up? You don't care what I do? You don't care about my company? You see, the little red guy has already dismissed you. All that has to happen now is Bill dismisses you. How do you get him to talk about himself and the company? Quite simply, you do your homework, and when you come in, you say, hey Bill, I noticed that you guys launched a new widget 3.7. Can I ask what was the thinking behind that new widget? Because it really seems to become quite popular. Trust me, you won't be able to shut Bill up telling you all about the great things about the brand new spanking widget. Do your homework. Make sure that you know who you're going to be talking to. Make sure you know about the company so when you go in, you can talk intelligently and ask questions that are not available and that you may need to know but isn't on the website. That means you've done your research, because I'll tell you, if you don't check on them, chances are they've already checked on you. So they know who you are before you come in. You don't think there's anything about you in the internet? Google your name. You will be amazed to see how much information is actually out there that you may not know. So the first thing, or the first way to really screw up your meeting, is as soon as you show up, you ask them what they do and what their company's all about. Now, to get into the Action Suite, as I mentioned, to where you get stuff done, go to the highriseconcept.com, click onto the Action Suite. I have 2 going right now, one in Port Coquitlam, one in Maple Ridge, soon to be opening up in Langley. And also we've had requests for the Burnaby, New Westminster area and in Vancouver. So register either for Port Coquitlam or Maple Ridge, or let us know where you want the next Action Suite set up, and we'll certainly do our best to do that for you. Until next time, remember, do your homework. Talk to you later. Bye for now.